Hey there, Scorpio. These are your Astro notes for March 2021. Before I get too much into the Pisces energy for you, Scorpio, which I have to say is pretty sweet, let's start with March 3rd, Mars and Gemini. This is where you're going to have a lot of contrast, and Mars is going to be providing the contrast for you this month primarily. Scorpio, and Mars is your secondary ruler, ancient ruler. So this is going to be deeply resonant to your experience. And so what Mars and Gemini means for you is deep dynamics around sexuality, death, transformation, taxes, other people's money is on the menu, with, as I said, tension later in the month in how you experience joy, children, and romance between lovers. So this is where we get into the lighter side of things. Pisces brings in a gentler, kinder, gentler energy, obviously, than what March may be delivering, than what Mars is delivering. It's a wonder we don't still have Mercury retrograde. At any rate, Pisces season is bringing energy to the perfect conditions for romance, joy, and good times with children. March 13th is the new moon in Pisces, and this is where new beginnings with children and romance are definitely possible. And that's just followed that with Mercury on the 15th, just putting even more energy into that area of your life. So, depending on what your focus is, it could be, really, really nice time with kids. It could also be really, really nice times with a lover. Those fifth house kinds of joyful, light energies. March 20th, Venus is in Aries. And Venus may actually trigger a new beauty routine for you, or a new way to save your pennies for a long-term investment. So keep an eye on opportunities around money around this time. Because on March 21st, Mars trine Saturn, and that's the equinox. It's going to be a harmonious day for everyone. And so this is where March 20, the Venus in Aries dynamic is harmonizing with the equinox energies as well, and there's great transformation possible in these areas as money from a debt or inheritance may be highlighted. March 23rd, Mercury squares Mars. So this is where that tension that I've been warning of, for everyone this month manifests itself. And so, you could get into that overthinking thing, Scorpio, but it'll be around romance and intimacy for sure. Try not to be too hard on yourself. You're going to feel much better a few days later as the Venus star point is bringing harmony within your professional relationships. And it's also pointing you to, see that finer detail or that finer dynamic around self-care being the way that you love yourself the best. March 28th, the full moon will be in Libra. And so that's your 12th house. So there may be an illumination to information that was hidden from you in the past, whether it's secrets or just things that, haven't come to light until now. It's likely that you'll be getting some new information ahead of April's new moon in order to decide what your next move is going to be. So Scorpio, I hope you found that helpful. Here is your tarot reading. Welcome to Dreamy Pisces season, Scorpio, your sister sign. So energies are very dreamy, sleepy. As someone with heavy Scorpio placement, I'm definitely feeling a lot of the dynamic. And, that I'm seeing in the cards. So what I'm seeing here is we've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. So a lot of possibly overthinking or just basically unwanted thoughts about the past. And it's like in the past,
You know, even though you were kind of around these very cold, petty energies, or this is what, you know, was kind of occupying your mind, you could hear the call of victory and success in the distance. Okay? But we're not quite feeling it yet, you know, because there's still a lot that we don't know. And, you know, we're kind of bound by the moon cycles, in my opinion. You know, I definitely felt the energies around this Virgo full moon myself. And, you know, kind of did a little dip into depression land for a quick second, but nothing too serious, you know, just kind of the fatigue that comes with, you know, being locked down or isolated. But this solitude that you're in right now, Scorpio, has a great deal of purpose. You know, this is when you are connecting with the divine in ways that, you know, you may not have even realized were possible. And sometimes that's kind of what has to happen, is that everything in our life has to fall apart in order for us to really lean into our trust in the divine. Because it's often not really noticed, the presence of the divine for what it is, until we hit those hard times where we are forced to go inside and to rejoin that conversation. So the stuff that I kind of feel is kind of on the outside of you, Scorpio, is that, you know, something will be coming at you fast. And that's kind of the general information. I'm going to hypothesize and say it's going to be sometime around the equinox, the 21st. That week there's a lot of activity and a lot of energy going on because we start entering Aries. And so once Aries comes in, you know, then we're kind of into the fire energies again. But for the time being, it's possible that there are people who are talking about you, Scorpio, not that you care, right? But whatever they're talking about is actually going to lead to your happiness. So that's always a lovely thing. Yeah, because there's some truth. There's some truth that's coming to you, to a situation, you know, and once that truth comes out, then you're truly going to be able to move on into the next phase of your life, you know, with confidence, moving away from this, you know, and, you know, because this is the 5 of Swords, so this is the 6 of Swords. So, you know, that's the good news, moving out of the drama. No more drama. Scorpio hates drama. And, you know, and getting into your heart. And, you know, finding that patience that's going to lead to your destiny. Look at that. Everybody's got dates with destiny. So, yeah. So let's take a look at clarifying. All right. Whoops. Well, I didn't want that to happen. So before I get started on the clarifying, Scorpio, just letting you know, if you're finding that this reading is resonating with you so far, please hit the like button. Maybe even subscribe so you can find out when I'm recording again. Also, I'm going to be doing a promotion this month where if you leave a comment down below, I will enter your name into a draw once a week, and I will be giving out free readings where I do a recording and I give you the link for it. All right, so wow, okay, so we could be dealing with a lover from the past or a Gemini. Somebody who is not close to you. You're not together. But, you know, this was an important partnership. Yeah, there's some justice here. Or there could also be a Libra. So, let's take a look. Yeah, it could have been a relationship that you had a long time ago that's already been through divorce, and the two of you are very single but have still never managed to get on the same page. So let's clarify the Two of Swords, this sort of stasis, suspension, not really knowing how to move, not knowing what to think of the yeah, you don't know. You don't know nothing. Oh, what's that? Okay. Yeah, it could have something to do with an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the moon card. Yeah, it's like you do not have any information, but there's someone who has kind of been in this stuck place for a long time. They're solid, but they're not real good on change. Yeah, this is about family, security, money, material things versus emotions. So on the Eight of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands. So that could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Someone with a kitty. Yeah, there's a new beginning. Possibly with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But no. It's very strange. Very strange energies. It's like a new beginning, but I don't know. But it's looking bright, but it's like you're still here. I mean, you could also be embodying the qualities of the King of Wands, as the entrepreneur, as a visionary, and you've got a new project that you've started. It could also be something that you've created for yourself as a result of the lockdown and quarantine circumstances that we find ourselves in, and of course, in that case, you wouldn't know necessarily what direction you're going in, but you are definitely emotionally available, even though you're confined. And, you really are inspired. And you may find that there will be communication, possibly from a fire sign, may have something to do with work, but it's definitely going to lead to your success. It's just you're in the process right now of, going within and, really getting in touch with your connection with the divine. Yeah, and really getting into like a new level of maturity in everything that you're doing. This, again, is a very common theme this month for everyone, not just you, Scorpio. Even though these are very, I'm surprised the death card didn't show up. Although it did show up in another reading. I can't remember which one, though. Might have been Leo, Virgo, can't remember. Okay. Over your shoulder. So, this may be a time for you to be vigilant about things. What else do we got? Yeah, it looks like maybe somebody is going to be approaching you. And they could be very, very close. But I don't get the feeling that you see them coming. I feel that you're kind of distracted with other things. You're kind of distracted with your own thoughts. You know, they're going around, definitely. But, you know, as I've said for many signs for March, is that, you know, there's a definite, you know, there's closure that is happening, and there's destiny at work, and things are changing on a dime. So I hope you liked this reading. Hope you found it helpful. Please hit that like button if you did, and visit my website, bonarcotarot.com, for ways to get in touch with me if you would like a private reading. And I got other stuff there as well. So subscribe to my newsletter, and we will see you again.